Hello, don't go anywhere. This is the wrong place, but it might turn out to be the right one. You're here with Joe, and
Akash, and you're listening to the We've Got
we've got
Nothing
nothing
Left.
left podcast. Oh, I thought
I,
we were saying that
I thought I was going to say it.
together. Oh, all right. Let's just go get
Let's
into it.
just go. Cool.
Hello, Akash. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. How are you doing?
Fucking sweating. Not gonna lie. I'm
Oh,
trying.
yeah?
If you can hear the fan in the background, yeah. I can't handle the heat, even though it's
Wow.
not hot.
It's only the 1st of May and he's already struggling, guys. At least it's not a 4D podcast.
Oh,
Can't
don't. Yeah.
film. That comes out next month.
Yeah, we
Um,
we putting together the budget for the 4D one.
yeah. Oh, wow.
But yeah, it's been a while. I think the last one was what uh Doctor Who stuff, the
Yeah,
specials and all that.
I
Um
know.
and it's what less than just well, pretty much a week and a half until the new series. But
Yeah.
we're not going there.
I know we specifically said let's maybe not do Doctor Who, but I feel like
Yeah.
we're just centered on that. We've got plenty of time for that, guys, though. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah,
We'll,
I'm sure we'll do possibly like a breakdown midway through, and then so four
yeah, that'd be
episodes and then
exciting.
4 episodes.
We'll see how the first
Because
episode goes.
yeah, well,
It's
first two because we get two at
oh
once,
yeah.
which is very American. But anyway,
Yeah, but
I
at
won't
least
go there.
we're still on the topic of Disney. That's the thing. We're just gonna go to one of their
Yes,
other properties.
yes. What is that other property that we're going to be talking
Oh,
about?
well, viewer, you've definitely, or listener, you definitely know because you've already clicked on the
That's very
podcast.
true. Yeah, forgot about that.
But we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, which is not Deadpool 3,
Yes.
as Sean
No.
Levy keeps on saying, the director. It is a standalone, almost like an Avengers film between
Yeah,
Deadpool. It's a
you know,
crossover. It's a team
it's
up. It's a buddy cop movie.
before we knew it as Deadpool and Wolverine, we knew it as Deadpool 3, I suppose.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's
this is I
different.
I I guess, yeah, different. It's the link between that
Well, yeah,
universe and the next, but we'll get into that.
it's. I've been told it's a soft reboot almost.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah.
an interesting thing. But I guess we're in unprecedented area between like
We are.
I think we are, yeah, from the character going from
Yeah.
one universe to another. I mean, you've had Andrew Garfield obviously going to MCU kind of, with
Yeah, but
Spider-Man, but
those Spider-Man
it was a cameo almost.
entered, but yeah,
In a
not
way,
a
I don't know.
permanent crossover. And we don't
No,
know.
no.
We don't know if it will be, but this is what we are going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about and hopefully breaking down, but you know how we go on our tangents.
Yeah,
The
our
trailer,
theories that aren't true.
yeah, the newest trailer of the Deadpool and Wolverine film coming out on the 26th of March. No, 26th of March. That would have been good, wouldn't it? 26th
Yeah.
of July, if only. So yeah, I mean, it it starts with Wolverine in the bar, which looks very Canadian with the moose antlers
Yeah.
on the wall.
Mm,
And it gave me vibes of the have you seen the
the video
Wolverine
game.
game? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I got from it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they definitely
That's what it
maybe took
reminded
some
me.
reference from that.
Yeah. And also obviously X-Men, the first X-Men, where he's at that bar and
Yeah.
even first class, he's at a bar,
It's his
he's yeah,
habitat, isn't it?
yeah,
It's so interesting as well as a character, like with his like healing factor. I read somewhere he just can't get drunk. Like it's sort of like it takes a lot for him
yeah,
to just feel something, probably for like a couple of minutes. So it's always begs the
yeah.
question of why he is like he's in that place, and it's obviously to
Mm.
do with he's been haunted by something.
Yeah, so that's an interesting thing that we'll come back to
Yeah.
later on in the trailer. But um and then because the barman says something quite interesting, or bartender says something
Yeah.
quite interesting, saying that he's not welcome there.
Yeah.
Um, I d- but again, we'll come back to that because I think that links to something
Okay.
potentially
Yeah.
later on.
But it's safe to say no one likes him.
Yeah, yeah, no one likes him for one reason or the other, and maybe there's some hint of an idea of why.
Okay.
Um, but then we get old Deadpool showing up, calling Wolverine Peanut, which I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, it's an Ant-Man reference," and it's like,
What? Come
what?
on,
Because
it's
he
just the word.
calls
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything, any
up.
word that's said in MCU
Yeah,
just
yeah.
relates to something, you know.
You could say
I
the word
think,
"and" is an Ant-Man
yeah,
reference, or
yeah,
do you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
I
I mean,
cracked up at
go
that
on.
bit where he just said when he was just like, listen, lady, I don't want
Yeah,
any trouble. And he
yeah,
just that little like laugh of like
yeah,
I wish that
and
I hope that was like improvised. That'd be so funny if
yeah,
it was.
and the claws come out, and he says, uh, what does he say? Whiskey dick. Trying to get
Whiskey
the
Dick of the Claws.
that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is great because it's like again,
It
I hate to say
references that he's
callback.
old,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But it is a callback to, I guess, Logan, um,
Yeah.
where the claws don't fully come out and all of it,
Yeah.
just because it's such a great to see a Logan or a Wolverine like this again. Um,
It's almost
because
like a continuation, isn't it? In a way, even though
it
it's a different
is,
it's a different variant, isn't it?
well, I guess that's something we could talk about now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, is this what should I say? Which Wolverine is this?
Yeah. Have we seen this particular Wolverine before? Because the X-Men universe is quite inconsistent because Logan is an alternate version of him, isn't
Fucking
it?
mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Logan's in a different universe than or a different
yeah,
timeline. Yeah. Yeah.
than even the other X-Men movies. I believe so anyway. I don't know. Like this,
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen this variant before because the X-Men we've been getting recently in the MCU have all been comic accurate in their costumes, which has been a major distinction. So
Yeah.
I feel like he's either from the same universe as like the Professor X that we've seen and maybe Beast at the end of Marvels. Um, it would make
Yeah.
sense just by costume. But that being said, he's definitely done something that's not been great for the other X-Men
Yes.
characters, you know?
Yeah. I'm so what was I going to say? I think that the Wolverine that we're seeing, we haven't seen him before. I
I
think it's
think
a new one.
it's been confirmed he's a variant. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because Sean Levy, the director, for those who don't know of Deadpool 2 and this one,
I don't think he was two.
he was
I
two.
don't,
Yeah, Tim Miller
was
was
he?
one. Oh, I think he was. Was he?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fact check him, guys. Do you
Yeah.
think Joe's right or not?
Please do fact check me because I
You're wrong, mate. Wait, no,
go on. Who is it?
it's hard to like. Well, obviously all the hits are coming up for Deadpool 3. David Leitch, the David
Ah,
Leitch from Bullet Train, Brad Pitt's stunt
oh
double
really?
directed Deadpool 2. Yeah, I know because
No. Oh
Sean
yeah.
did. Has he
He
done
did
a Marvel
the
film before?
no, he did the Adam Project.
Yeah, he did the
Ryan
Adam
Reynolds.
Project,
That's right. Got
Stranger
you.
Things, Night at the Museum.
Um,
We're in good hands.
at the museum. Um,
Yeah.
but anyway, we then get moving on from the bar. Sorry, it's just he says, unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, which is great, a great line. Um, and then we're straight into the void. So
Yeah.
and
Talk
you
about
see
that.
the 20th Century Fox logo buried in the dirt, which is it might be one of those things they don't explain. Um,
Yeah, yeah, you
uh,
better left it other than explain, but it because it sort of infers the fourth wall break with Deadpool a
yeah,
lot.
yeah,
But I think it's
yeah.
such a nice touch, I think, to mark like a new era,
It is. Yeah,
in this merger.
yeah. No,
For those who don't
definitely.
know, like Fox was bought by Disney a couple of years ago, which has
Yeah,
made it possible to now get sort of like the X-Men IP and the Fantastic Four in the MCU. So they
yeah,
basically have everything other than Hulk and Spider-Man, they basically have now. Um,
yeah, yeah.
so
Um,
yeah. And we're in the void that was introduced in Loki.
yes. Well, one reason I don't know if it will be explained, the Fox logo, is because there's so many things seen in the void
Oh
that
yeah.
are random. like the well, not random, but like unexplainable or not
Yeah.
explained. Sorry. For instance, in Loki season one, you see the Thanos copter,
Yeah, yeah.
which
It's like an
is
Easter.
just
Yeah.
like
That's
insane
for,
to see that Thanos in the
in live
MCU.
action. Yeah,
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 flying
yeah,
a flying his own helicopter.
yeah.
Um, but then we see the Deadpool we see Deadpool's party, which is interesting because I've heard so you know there was that CinemaCon
Yeah, yeah,
recently.
yeah.
Um so Deadpool and Vanessa have split up.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did they? Because he's in the trailer. He's like he's got his hands in his head, and Vanessa's like on the table with him.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
Yeah.
Considering he went back in time to save her, I wonder if it has any issue.
Well, yeah, that so apparently in there was extra footage shown at CinemaCon and it was something Vanessa said something along the lines of or Deadpool asked her how her new boyfriend was or something and she said oh at least he hasn't got me shot yet so
Yeah.
it's like you say it seems like that he almost shouldn't have fucking brought him back.
I guess maybe if the reason is for that, and this is just a theory, but it sort of like cuts his ties with that universe in a way. I know he's fighting a lot
Yeah,
to save the people in it, but
yeah,
if he doesn't have Vanessa, maybe he's ready for a little like move to the
jump
MCU,
off,
you know?
yeah. Well, I guess or maybe it's a the only example I can think of, and I'm sure it's happened in many superhero projects, but Spider-Man 2, I think, where he's like, oh, I can't be with you and all of this because of
Yeah,
being Spider-Man, it's too dangerous for everyone I love. And
yeah.
um
It's always nice to see a hero do that because
yeah,
in his life is like that, you know. People break up, and I think like audiences need to see,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
heroes go through that,
yeah.
relate to it.
But I'm glad to see Peter's back.
Oh yeah, of course. Did he even have a superhero name, or was it just Peter?
Just Peter, yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if he'll
Yeah.
jump out of any planes.
Oh, I hope he does. I hope he does. I can't even remember how he got killed last time. Wasn't it like,
It's an
oh, we
acid
got,
vomit
yeah,
from
that was it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. From Pennywise.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For people that haven't seen Deadpool 2, they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Sure they
yeah.
have. But I'm
Pennywise
just
on
like,
acid.
yeah, yeah. Go watch it.
Um,
It's a good film.
yeah, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing
Yeah,
here? And please,
yeah. Come back to this after.
yeah, yeah. And then what I'm very happy to hear is more swearing, which
Oh wow, it's so
I
weird to
love it.
hear you swearing so much,
Yeah,
considering he's like he's been playing Wolverine as like we're baiting out our age here, but probably like as
yeah.
long as we've been alive almost.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, what was uh,
basically
X-Men
the
like
same
2001, 2000,
2000. So
2000? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So,
so like
yeah.
yeah, to hear that is like hearing your dad swear. It's a bit like
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't sound right, but
I
it's
mean,
like you can't turn off from hearing it.
it felt different in Logan when he swore because it felt because Logan was such a different tone of a
Yeah,
film. It felt this feels like I don't know, I can't explain it, but it definitely feels different.
yeah, it's got
Um,
comedic beats to it as opposed to
yeah,
Logan, which was quite dark. But this
yeah,
film does have those elements as well. But I mean,
it
one big
does.
thing is Hugh Jackman's in the comic accurate costume, which
That
we've
is a
never seen
very
before.
big thing, yeah. And one thing I'm glad they're keeping from us, which we've seen on promo art and things like
Oh
that,
yeah, yeah,
is the
yeah.
cowl. We haven't
Yes, of
seen the
course.
helmet slash cowl, whatever you want to call it. They're
Yeah,
keeping that for the film
which is
in
so good.
live action. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
And the
I'm
white
glad it
eyes
never
as
got
well.
leaked, as opposed to like promo art. I'm glad it didn't get leaked.
Yeah, yeah, like a
Um,
picture of him on set or something.
yeah. And
Um,
what's it's sorry, it's a side note, but also they're filming reshoots right now, aren't they?
are they?
Yeah, have you not heard about this? They've gone back and they're
No.
doing reshoot, and people are slightly worried. But what I think is they've got the reaction from the trailer, and I bet they're just going to be adding a couple more jokes in, or like,
Yeah, cameos, I reckon.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
believe so. It makes sense, But yeah, they are. They're
yeah.
filming reshoots right now.
Oh shit.
Um,
Oh. Well, look, people reshoots carries a dirty. uh,
Yeah.
terminology because of films like Rogue One, and even though I love Rogue One, just putting it out there, but films like Rogue One or the
I mean,
Suicide Squad,
Justice League is one of the biggest
Justice
ones.
League, yeah, yeah,
You can tell when it's a
reshoot,
different.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, reshoots for many people spell bad, but it's often fine. It's just the business.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
I
talking
think
like I'd fucking make films, but yeah,
just watch them.
yeah. But this is what I wanted to sort of go back on myself from earlier. Um, we see Wolverine in almost like a I don't know, it's a field of some sort
Yeah,
with
flashback.
pyramids, pyramids behind him. Sorry, I'm just bringing the bit up on
He's on his
here.
side, yeah. He's looking very distressed and his eyes are watering with tears
Yeah.
almost. So it's definitely like facing something that confronting something that he's
Well,
done.
yeah,
Or-
I did you say they're graves? Did you say that?
Well, I think they look like, do you know in X-Men The Last Stand where he had
Yeah,
Professor X's graves? It was in this sort of pyramid like
yeah,
shape. It reminded me of that. Maybe we've already seen the back of it and they're all the graves of the
yeah.
X-Men.
It's possible. I also think that it must be. And I I don't know if it's Old Man Logan or it's one of the comic
The
storylines.
Mysterio then.
Yes, Mysterio tricks Wolverine into killing the X-Men,
Yeah, which is dark, bloody hell.
which is dark, and I would
Yeah.
fucking love to see that in live action.
Fucking
Um,
hell, mate. Just want to destroy your
well,
childhood.
yeah, I love it.
Just see Halle
Um,
Berry get claws in her bloody head.
yeah, God. Well, but I mean, we saw her got
The scent is
got stabbed.
PG-13.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
that.
No, this would be pretty
I
brutal, I
bet
think.
I bet maybe Cassandra's like going into his mind and showing him something at that point
Yeah,
because she
yeah,
plays around with him. And I mean, I've sort of jumped the gun there, but Cassandra's in relation to Emma Corrin's character, who's the
yes,
bald woman. And for those who don't know in the comics, she's Charles's twin,
mm,
who was sort of like she's supposed to be like the Moriarty to his Sherlock. She's the
yeah,
antithesis of what makes Professor X like great. And she's used her like telekinetic abilities to like sort of separate herself from Charles because I think she was connected to him at one point that they were
yeah,
twins.
yeah,
And yeah, she's mad.
yeah. Um, but I it's strange because I mean, next we get we're in the TVA
Yeah,
and Paradox, played by Michael McFadden, I think that's his name from Succession and loads of other stuff,
Succession.
says
Yeah.
this Wolverine down his entire world. So I I'm in two minds because one, I think that it's possible that the X-Men are dead and Wolverine's responsible, similar to
Mm.
how Professor X was responsible
Yeah,
with
and Logan.
Logan.
Yeah.
But why would that mean that he let his entire world down? Maybe
Well,
that let go on.
yeah, the other one fan theory that I read was about in X-Men The Last Stand where Wolverine has to confront the Phoenix, Jean Grey, and kill her. One
Yeah,
theory was that he wasn't able to do it because he loved her so much. And like if that had happened, she would have destroyed like a good amount of the planet, not just
everything.
the
Yeah,
X-Men, you know? Like it's got to
yeah,
be a world ending threat or something that yeah, if he's let down his entire world, because in the MCU with so far with like multiverse stuff, we've had like the issue of like the incursions and stuff, and I'm not sure if it is that because that would mean his entire world has been destroyed, and the barman recognizes him and says, "You're not welcome here." So people
yeah,
from his world, his reality, have definitely survived. But what's so exciting is that we just don't know what the scope of it is, what the
yeah,
scale of it is. He has done, you know.
yeah.
Um,
No, definitely.
and then how does he
Um,
redeem himself, you know? Because he has no interest in helping Deadpool at all. I think he's trapped in this void with him. Doesn't really like
Mm.
him. Hence their whole big fight showdown, which is the first time we've seen them fight since
Yeah,
Deadpool had laser eyes.
the oh god, the
I
oh my
hope they reference
mic's gone
that.
really
I
loud.
can't I can't wait for the jokes when they
Oh
reference
yeah, and
X-Men Origins.
their fight is, I think, identical to you
Yeah,
sent a video, Toby and
yeah. Toby and Flash. Well, Pete
yeah,
Parker and the Flash from Spider-Man,
yeah,
the original Spider-Man, which is mad that I never clocked it. I knew the choreography looks a bit similar, but that's just so funny
it
to
is great.
like only Deadpool would do that. And then when
That
he gets
is
stabbed in the
so,
balls, I was like, oh
yeah,
God.
such a
You were not a
perfect.
PG-13. Yeah,
No, but then I mean I'm skipping ahead a bit because
that's fine.
some of it's just like them walking slowly. Although one of the shops is called Liefeld's Just Feet, which is great
Yeah.
because Liefeld, I can't remember, I think it's Rob Liefeld
Rob,
created
Rob, yeah,
Deadpool,
Deadpool.
and he's very well known for not being able to draw feet.
Yeah,
So that's quite good. I like that.
I'm not, yeah.
But then Wolverine is sat down, and I'm trying to get to the bit on the trailer.
A
Um,
campfire almost. There's a
the
fire. It's
campfire bit,
nighttime.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And he says, "Trust me, kid, I'm no hero."
yeah.
Which, I mean, he wouldn't be speaking to Deadpool like that.
No, because I mean, Deadpool's like obviously Deadpool's younger than him. Wolverine's like 200 years old, but he's never
Yeah,
called him kid. And at
no,
first, it went over my head completely until I think someone speculated, and I think we may spoke about it. Do you want to go on about what you think it is?
X-23,
Yeah, I
I
think it
think.
has to be.
Yeah, and
She's
I've
working,
yeah,
definitely.
she's working,
Yeah, yeah.
but I have heard,
Oh yes, I've heard this as well.
yeah,
We're just speaking, me and Joe telepathically.
yeah, telepath.
You guys can't hear
We're
us.
Professor X
Yeah,
and his sister.
I'm
Um,
Cassandra. Yeah.
we've got to shave our heads. Um, I can't. What's her name? Tonks from
Nat
Harry Potter.
yeah, yeah, I can Google
Whatever
her
her name
name.
is.
It's like,
Yeah,
is it Natalie or is it
Natalie,
Tainer or
something like that.
no,
Sorry, Natalie,
Natalia,
if you
Natalia Tainer.
Talia. That's it. Yes, yes, that's it. She has apparently, I mean, this is pure rumor and speculation, but she's
Yeah.
apparently been cast as an older X-23, which
Hmm.
I think does does work. I like that.
Yeah, she looks like. I mean, but I mean, because Daphne is like 18 now, so she's technically an adult, and like she looks different. And
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess like I guess what Natalie can bring is like Natalia, sorry, is that if she's from like a universe where she's been X-23 for a long time and has been
yeah,
through some stuff, it'll come off better on her face as opposed to Daphne, who's probably a bit more like fresh, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but apparently both of them might be in there, which would be interesting. I think
yeah.
cameos in this is going to be mad. Like, there's definitely so much that we've only like
Oh,
scraped the surface, I think.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Maybe we could. We'll leave cameos to the end because I think that's
Yeah,
an
that's the
interesting topic.
yeah.
Um, but then we get Deadpool in. I mean, skipping a bit ahead again, just because quite a lot of it's just sort of we can't
Mm,
really speculate on it. But we see Deadpool in a familiar looking forest fighting. Well, I say fighting, basically slaughtering TVA agents.
mm,
And I say familiar looking forest for two reasons. It looks to be the forest where Wolverine died, but it's covered in snow. But it also looks like the forest from Age of Ultron,
which had snow.
which had snow. So I don't know. I really don't know. And
I,
also, you saw, sorry to interrupt, but in
no,
the
no.
first trailer, the images, like the main image that was shown on the TVA monitors to Deadpool, was the Avengers, sort of that shot of all of them jumping into action in this forest. So maybe I don't know, but something interesting is the link. with the TVA and what they're up to.
Yeah, that's actually really good because like one theory is that it's just actually just a different forest. Like not all
Yeah,
forests are the same in the MCU,
yeah, yeah,
obviously. But that being said, like the TVA are after him in this trailer, after they recruit him, it looks like he's
yeah,
killing TVA people. So I'd like assume he's on the run. And if he has like he's had time travel technology in the past, if he has one of those fins that the TVA uses to jump between different times and locations, I wonder if
yeah.
there's a montage of him jumping through points in the
That'd
MCU.
be great.
Is that
Yeah,
yeah, that would be a way to also get cameos in, but also like um also refamiliarize audiences and make it clear that Deadpool is in the MCU because it'd be a shame not to like do that, even though it's a standalone sort of like film to contextualize it within the world of the MCU, which it has done through the trailers. Because I think one really good addition that we haven't mentioned yet in the trailer was Giant Man with Ant-Man's
yes,
massive helmet, which made
yeah.
me gasp when I saw that because I was like,
Oh, I think I
wow.
might have skipped that by accident.
It's sort of the trailer jumps like between like the movie anyway. You can tell it goes from fighting and then it goes to something else and then
Oh no,
back
I
to
didn't
that.
skip it. I didn't skip it
Oh,
because
I
we
just mean,
see Eliath before that,
oh yeah, yeah. I think
which
I
is
mentioned
interesting.
earlier from the Loki sort of universe, the Void
Yes.
Eater. I thought he got
Yeah.
killed, or did I imagine that? Um, he ate
Oh my,
Richard E. Grant, didn't he?
he did eat Richard E. Grant.
And then Loki's used their magic to open like a portal in Eliath or something.
I don't.
Um,
I can't remember to be honest. But we did see Eliath at the end of Loki season two, like the light, the glow of Eliath, the purple glow upon Ravonna Renslayer.
yeah. Oh, do you think she's in this?
She could be. It's been rumored. Um, but like you were saying, the giant man skeleton or body, the fact that you can see the skull underneath the helmet is
Yeah.
over. It's such a fucking cool. It's so
I
cool.
wonder what like Paul Rudd's reaction would have been so
Yeah,
funny just watching
yeah.
that trailer. Like, what the hell?
Well, you never know. Was it even
Yeah,
Hank?
we never
Was it
know.
even Scott Lang?
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
true. And
But
that's,
even go on, go on. I think you might be
uh,
saying what I'm about to say.
you might, yeah. But
Go on.
The old man Logan reference.
Well, that isn't what I was going to say. So go for it.
Yeah, well, that's what I believe it to be. I was talking to someone from work about it, and in the Old
Yeah.
Man Logan comic, it seems like the Deadpool trailer is referencing this sort of storyline. And one thing that happened in Old Man Logan was this alternate universe in the future where the Avengers are dead, the X-Men are dead, Giant
Mm,
Man's corpse is just laying in this town, and the idea that maybe that Old Man Logan sort of universe has then been sent into the void is a good way of like
doing it.
commemorating it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, in its own version, because Logan basically was that, but to get the
Yeah.
more sort of comic accurate stuff and then use it with Hugh Jackman as well, that's going to be
Yeah. It's great.
really good to see. But what
You
was you going to
can't.
say?
Well, going off of that, I mean, you can't do Old Man Logan properly in the Fox universe and all of that because you'd have to cause the apocalypse. So
Yeah, you
doing
got
it
to end
in the
everything
void,
like
yeah, doing it in the void is a kind of apocalypse. But what I was going to say was in this sort of scene with the giant man skeleton, there's a few cameos
oh
um
yeah.
about. So we have Pyro, which we've seen before, which is the
Mm.
actor from the original films. We have Toad, which apparently Ray Parker said that he's coming back, which I'm not surprised at Ray Park.
Go
Just
look up
like,
Ray
yeah.
Park and
Uh
allegations.
don't do it.
Don't
Go look
image
up
it, but I'm just saying.
Ray Park and Daniel, what's his name? Daniel
Oh,
Logan.
oh no, not Daniel Logan.
No, no, no. Have you not heard about
What's he
that?
done?
Oh, you
No.
need to go and look up that afterwards. Trust me, it's bad.
Oh,
Young
okay.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, I know who you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I follow
yeah,
him on
yeah,
Instagram. Shit.
yeah. Um,
Oops.
and then there's Lady Deathstrike from X2,
Hmm.
which is very interesting, and Azazel
Yeah.
from First Class. So
all
that
over the
is
timelines, all over the
yeah,
timelines of the X-Men
yeah.
universe, which is cool because it's one
So
of the longest franchises, like
yeah,
superhero
yeah, yeah,
franchises, X-Men.
yeah. Um, then we get Red Skull's car.
Well, I've heard
Um,
this, but it's got the hot rod art that Iron Man's car had, and there's a little
yeah,
image of an. Have you
of
seen the
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man's
Yeah,
helmet
yeah,
on it? So it's almost like it's shown as a universe where maybe like it's been combined in a weird way.
yeah. Well, there is an Iron Skull in the
Is
comics, so
there?
you never know.
Oh, is
You
there?
never know. There is.
Oh, that
There is
makes
indeed.
sense. That would make sense
Um,
then. Yeah.
then we get Dog Paul.
Oh, I follow Dogpool on
Oh,
Instagram. Love
he's
him.
got an Instagram page.
Yeah, go on
Oh my
Dogpool on
God,
Instagram.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
follow
fucking
Dogpool on Instagram.
yes,
It's
please.
such funny posts. I
Oh,
bet Ryan
look at
Reynolds
him.
just runs it.
Oh, look at his little booties. Oh, so cute. And then Wolverine give him a dirty look.
You got to put Dogpool on the thumbnail now.
Oh, he's gonna be on the. It almost looks like Mad Max, the Void. It
That's
looks
what I was
great.
getting those vibes. I
Yeah,
was getting those vibes, you know. And it's like you said that you can do a really good post-apocalyptic movie in the
yeah,
Void, which doesn't hurt like the main MCU universe,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
can do it in the MCU.
Such a fucking great idea. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for
It
this.
seems like the writers have finally just got their act
Yeah,
together and like, let's
yeah,
just think that. And I guess that's to do a lot with Ryan, you know, because he's executive
yeah, yeah,
producer. He's been
yeah,
working on this for a while, you know.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I think he's fucking watching Loki rubbing his hands together. Oh, I'm
yeah.
gonna use that. I'm gonna use this.
And
Um,
I
go
think
on.
they did confirm Karen Sony, who plays Dopinder, confirmed there will be a Deadpool 3 after this. So this
Right.
definitely isn't this is a standalone movie too that
Yeah,
like
it's the
Deadpool
bridge.
3 will still have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get what is her name? Cassandra Nova. Is that her name?
Yeah, Cassandra
Cassandra
Nova.
Nova. So we get her controlling Wolverine, sort of like a puppet, which made me think of Magneto, where he,
Yeah,
controls his
manipulates the
metal in the
metal.
because I mean I'm sure she's just controlling his mind, but it looks like the way she's doing it, where she's lifting up her fingers and he's sort of mimicking. It
Well,
looked like she was controlling his
yeah,
limbs.
we saw
No,
that telekinetics can do that. Like Jean Grey did it to Professor
true.
X in
Yeah,
Dark Phoenix, and it's
yeah,
almost like this is what Charles could have done to him, which is so like interesting
yeah,
to
yeah,
see.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
misuse the powers, you know?
Charles, he just used his mind rather than
Yeah, the whole body, but Charles could use the whole body.
yeah, yeah. And then we see Deadpool fighting TVA agents. And then they're in this Deadpool and Wolverine, and Deadpool saying, "Let's fucking go," and then Wolverine says, "Let's fucking go." But they're in this place, and I've seen it time and time again. But Hulk's bed from Thor Ragnarok is in the
Yes.
background. um,
Yeah.
so a Hulk versus Wolverine potentially, which would be great.
Oh, that would be good. And
Uh,
with the whole Cassandra Nova thing, a lot of people haven't noticed in the trailer where the Doctor Strange portal opens up and
yes,
they both jump into it after saying let's fucking go.
yes,
Cassandra's actually in the frame. So what I'm getting the
yeah,
thought of is that she's almost sending them on a mission, you know, or like I will not I'm not going to release this hostage or whatever you guys want until you do this for me.
yeah,
Which explains why then
possibly,
Deadpool's killing like, you know, like TVA guys and adds a couple of stakes, you know,
yeah,
to the
yeah.
film.
I mean, I've seen. I think this was the most speculated on thing in the whole trailer because people are
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, where are they going to? Are they going to the end game final battle to
Oh
give
my
Thanos
God.
his scars?" No,
I
that's
don't
not
think they
gonna.
give a shit, to be honest. They're not
Honestly,
gonna
they're
fight.
no, no, they're not fucking going to the end game final battle. Um, because those no, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Um, I agree. I think that Cassandra has opened up that portal. Um, because I'm sure a sling ring has found its way into the void at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, but I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe that is a portal to the MCU. Um,
Yes. Yeah, as well to have that in the void and have a way out of the void, you know.
yeah,
Like
I've just
Is interesting.
actually noticed something which is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing major, but I thought it was like a rock face they were jumping out of. This is Giant Man's eye socket.
Is it the eye socket? I
It's the
didn't
fucking
know that.
eye socket. This
Wow,
is eye socket because you can see like the bridge of the nose at that I've not even realized and the edge of the helmet. Ah,
that's
you
so
could
cool. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
yeah. I
mad.
remember seeing the armor and stuff. So
Her base is so it's not just like do you know I didn't even think about it like this. Her base is inside his body.
yeah, inside the body, yeah, 100%. Because the
That's
body's lying down, like face down, and the head's like,
insane.
you know,
Wow.
show, which would make so much sense.
I
Um,
mean, I mean there's so much in this
oh
film.
yeah,
That's the end of the trailer as well, by the way. But there is so much. Um,
yeah,
but
I
go
can't
on,
wait for this film. I
cameos.
yeah, I did have one thing just to mention, by the way. It's just one bit I've not liked, guys, ever since I've seen this, is I don't think his hair looks that good. There's just something
Who?
about it. Hugh Jackman, sorry. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, we're getting a new hairstyle, kind of at least, which adds like something new, but it looks like a wig a lot to me, but I don't know
yeah. No, I
if
get
it
it.
is
It's
or
shorter.
but it's like he had like that hair in the Wolverine in 2013, but it might be a
Well,
case of like what Tobey Maguire had and David Tennant
did
had when you're
but
just
I'm gonna
older.
send you. You know the poster where they're like crossing their weapons and you can see the reflection.
Hmm.
In the Wolverine one, um, like there's a little tuft of hair hanging down, and it really
Yeah.
put me off. But you know, if that's the only thing that we can
And
come up
we're
negative,
nitpicking, aren't we?
that is tiny.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, cameos that I'd like to see, probably the Fantastic Four from 2005-ish. I'd just love to see that. I'd fucking love that.
I love that movie, I know a lot of
I
people don't,
fucking
but
love them.
that's
It's
yeah,
nostalgic,
yeah.
isn't it? It's very
That's it,
nostalgic.
exactly.
But I think all of these
100%.
people that they'll bring them back to fucking kill them. I
Oh
genuinely
yeah.
think
Yeah,
that'll be,
100%. Which why else come back, that's a good way to sort of go out,
yeah,
like
yeah,
have another chance doing it. I actually don't know what cameos I want, Like I feel like it's such a uncharted territory we're going with Deadpool being in the
yeah,
MC and like right in the first trailer, teaser trailer where you're seeing like Thor from Ragnarok and Captain America
yeah,
and it's sort of showing those old films. It would be nice to see someone from the noughties or like the 2010 films interact with Deadpool. I know like he's a massive fan of Captain America, so to get like
yeah.
variant of Captain America, I've actually just thought, and it links to what you said with the Fantastic Four, and
I know
people
what
have
you're gonna.
fear.
Yeah,
Yeah, they speculated about Chris Evans coming back as Johnny Storm, which would be so funny.
that'd be
I think,
great. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be the perfect way for him to go back to this universe, but for it to sort of like make sense. Because like, I don't like the idea of like, it's hard to say. I say I don't like the idea of like Robert Downey Jr. coming back or Chris Evans. They got such good closure, but at the
yeah,
same time, we get Tobey Maguire coming back and Hugh Jackman and then everyone's going crazy. But I think the difference is they had like they had a big gap of time. Maybe not Hugh, but
yeah.
like it served the story. If it doesn't serve the story, then they come back, I think.
Well, I personally want the cameos in this to be um and look, we'll be lucky to get whatever we get, but I don't want this to be this is going to sound weird because the TVA have a massive presence in it. I I don't want it to be an MCU heavy film.
No, I get what you mean.
Um
I want it to commemorate the X-Men and the Fox universe
yeah,
more, really.
yeah. Uh, Make this the full stop. in the Fox universe.
Oh
Right?
yeah, 100%. Make it the Fox Endgame, you know?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. This could be, yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that encapsulates what it should be, the
Yeah,
Fox
yeah,
Endgame. Um,
yeah.
but I mean, look, having I think they will try to bring back as many characters from the Fox movies as they can.
Hmm.
Um, and look, we're gonna see some MCU stuff because we see it in the trailer. We see the TVA. We see the monitors showing that.
Yeah, that this is Deadpool's first time. We have
Yeah,
to be with him while he learns what this thing
yeah,
is. And like, I really hope he just makes jokes about how bad the films have been. Like, it will just be that would be so smart of the MCU to do to get in on the joke, you know, and use Deadpool
yeah.
as an outlet for that to then go into this new era. Because I hope it brings back a new era. Because like this is the only Marvel project we're sort of getting this year. Because we've been since Endgame, and we've spoken about it before in our other um podcasts, and they just ran out of steam after Endgame, and they tried to do too much, and they
A
prioritized
plan.
quantity
Yeah,
over quality. Had no plan, like you said, yeah. And we're in this situation where the fans are just like, oh, well, it's shit now. Deadpool
we
was an MCU and everyone universally loved him. So it makes so much sense for him to,
yeah.
like he says, he is Marvel Jesus.
He is Marvel Jesus. He is,
Mm.
and I think I don't know if pretty sure I spoke to you about this, but I am a strong believer that the Disney Plus shows partook in the killing of Marvel.
Yeah,
Um,
it's actually really stupid to do that because
it
not everyone has
really
access
is.
to the platform. Like we were lucky enough to do it, but some people
Yeah,
just don't. And to
yeah.
not be let in on really good character development, because there were some good stories on there as
There
well.
were some good stories, but
Yeah, you have to then make the
um,
films and account for people that haven't seen Disney Plus. So you
yeah,
have to like
yeah.
re be told stuff that you already know, or it's
And
just
I'm gonna put it out there as well. I've got access to Disney Plus, you know. Um, but I watched the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Ms. Marvel, Secret Invasion. The rest just puts me off. I just don't want to watch the
yes.
rest.
I'm surprised you watched. I didn't even. I watched the first episode of Secret Invasion. Didn't
It
finish
was
it. I didn't watch.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't watch Echo. Even though Daredevil was in it, who I
I
love.
actually watched all of it.
Was it good? You liked it?
No, not really.
Yeah. Well, that's just the worst experience, isn't it? Just sticking
Yeah.
with something and watching it, and
Do you know
like
what?
that's yeah.
Go on. Sorry. Go. No, no. Go on. Go on.
I was just going to say with this film, it's the first MCU thing that I've seen in a while where I'm like, I have no hesitation
Oh,
of of negativity bringing me down, of people saying this looks shit and stuff, and having to like pretend I
everyone's
like it.
excited from
Exactly,
my yeah.
it's bringing people
Um.
together
Yeah. I'm quite upset though that I'm out that day and evening, and I won't be able to see it when it comes out.
on the day it comes out.
Yeah.
Well, are we watching it together, or do I need to take one of our lucky listeners in? That sounded
You'll have
really
to
weird,
take one of
actually.
our lucky listeners, I think.
We'll do a little
Yeah. Yeah.
competition
Yeah.
giveaway.
Yeah.
When we reach a
Um.
million listeners, we'll do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Um. If we actually ever do that, then we're fuck it. We're fucked then.
I think
Uh.
we're getting arrested if we did that. Do you want to come
Yeah.
cinema with me? Stranger. Please.
um. But this is, and you know me, I well, and I'm speaking to you directly.
I
Not
actually
not
don't know who this is,
you don't
guys.
know me. Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you?
We're complete strangers. But we we meet up before we go and see the next Marvel film or whatever.
Hmm.
And I often say, "Oh yeah, I've already heard what happens."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you'll do what you did before Endgame and like pretend like you had a
Pretend I
theory.
didn't know.
And then it
Yeah,
just no,
pretend.
and
Yeah,
then it
yeah,
just
yeah,
you had like a theory. I think there's time travel in this, and then
yeah.
there just is time travel in Endgame. You're like, what the fuck, mate?
Um, but for this one, I want to know, and I know we've just spent a whole hour and a bit
Yeah.
speculating, but that's speculation. I don't want to know what happens.
You you want to go
Um,
to the movies with no expectations and get your mind blown away. And I think
yeah,
that's what this film is going to do. That's why we can't stop raving about it because we know
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. And I think this is strange for me as well. The past, probably since Endgame, I've seen
Yeah.
every Marvel film once or zero times in the cinema. Haven't seen the Marvels. Haven't seen uh, Wakanda Forever.
Hmm.
Haven't seen. I can't even fucking remember what these films
It
are.
was Doctor Strange, it was Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man is an exception. You've probably seen that before.
Yeah,
Actually,
I saw.
I saw it
Yeah, no,
once.
that's true. I saw it twice, but even then, I usually see it about 3 or 4 times, and that's not because I'm weird. It's just because I go sit with different people. But
Yeah,
but then,
yeah.
but I still enjoy it every time.
There's always new stuff to see, and I think
Yeah,
this film will do that. So
yeah, no, definitely. I'm just excited, and I didn't even like Deadpool 2 that much.
I actually watched the first Deadpool with you, mate, after school.
You did,
Yeah.
yeah. I brought my mum
It
along.
was year 11. Yeah, I had to sit next to his mum as well, which was
Yeah.
lovely. Love his mum, but
Yeah, no,
it
but
was a bit
awkward.
awkward during the sex scenes.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
just look
Um,
away.
but
Your mum was loving though.
oh, well, hey, 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 you're lucky she don't fucking listen to this.
Yeah,
Um,
it's true.
she's been the only one she listens to.
Yeah, she's actually our only
Um,
listener.
um, but yeah, but
Yeah.
this genuinely does feel like it would be great to see it with a bunch of people. Like, I
Mm.
feel like this will be the next. I'm gonna say it. It will be the next Infinity War Endgame level film.
The hype and bringing people together.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
I think
last
so.
because Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Fuck, Thor, Love and Shit, all of those ones. That we went on opening night for those films,
Yeah.
and those
What was the point of
screenings
booking those?
were
Yeah, yeah.
pretty empty. Um,
The best one was The Flash, which is unrelated to MCU, but that
oh, there
was
was no
completely
one
empty.
there.
And we were like, what are we
It
doing?
was, wasn't that was? I don't think it was opening, but it was like I was no, it was opening.
Yeah, it
That
was
was
opening.
opening night, and there was no one there. It
Yeah,
was us two
yeah.
and like two other people. That was bad.
Well,
But yeah,
we need to
anyway.
book your tickets early for this one because it's gonna
Yes.
be big. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be doing it.
I
I don't know why we're promoting this film, as if we work for
Disney pay
Disney.
us. Ryan
Yeah, they
Reynolds
do.
pay us.
Yes,
Um,
do it.
yeah,
It's just my friend, have nothing left. I don't know about you,
left. I have
but I
nothing that
think
I'm spent.
we are just excited to be back. And
Yes,
now we're
yeah.
going to disappear for about six
We're
months.
gonna disappear until Deadpool comes out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No.
probably.
Well, no, I mean, what Doctor Who midway through Doctor Who will probably be about. I'm not here. I'm on a cruise. Um, we'll
Okay,
see you
we'll
soon.
we'll figure it out. Yeah, see you soon. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.